Hey guys, it's Geoff, and today we're making beef cheek tacos. So beef cheeks are possibly the ugliest cut of meat ever, but also one of the most delicious. Absolutely rich, fall apart tender when you treat it right, and these will be perfect today for our tacos. They're also amazing for pies and that kind of dish. Really reduced down, very unctuous, very rich, delicious cut of meat. Okay, so let's get at it. Firstly, we need to trim up and season up our tacos and get them on the Kamado. And season up our tacos and season up our tacos and... Okay, so beef cheeks. Comes in a packet like this. I think this is a packet of 3. Better be a packet of 3 because we need to make dinner. Alright, so open this. So let's take a look at these guys. Take a look at them. Alright, they are ugly as balls. But what we need to do, so we've got these guys here like that. They've got a lot of silver skin and stuff on the outside, and we have to trim that up. So let's get going with that.
So disgusting.
Alright, so basically what we need to do is just get a sharp knife is what we need. There we go. And we just need to trim this junk off. And this is not good fat, this is mostly, you know, kind of silver skin and junk, so we don't really want to keep any of that. Then on the other side...
That looks like a tricky side, that. How do you do that? Gosh.
Just the same way. And you just want to try and take the very top of it off.
It's so, like, the fat going through the actual meat, it's so interesting, isn't it? Like it needs a long cook, doesn't it?
This is, yeah, and this is why it's so rich at the end and so beautiful, really, is because of that marbling that you can see there as well.
Marbling, that's the word.
Remove this, there we go. And I reckon that's this bit.
There's those flaps again, eh? Like, what is...
It's becoming a fucking
It's the thing, isn't it?
All right, and so we've taken a little bit of just scrappy crap off of there, but what we're left with is this awesomeness. So we're going to do that to all 3, and then we're going to season them up. So I'm going to crack on with that. Okay, these are all trimmed up. Why are you so far away?
I don't know, I feel like in order to get your big head in the picture, I've got to move back.
I hate my life. All right, come in here, don't be shy. All right, cool. So these are all trimmed up. You can see here they're much cleaner. I probably should trim this bit off. I will. I'll trim this off in 1 second. Someone didn't turn their phone off. Like, really? Okay, so what we need to do now is season these up, and I'll show you how we do that. First, I'm just going to nick this bit off because that's... So we're going to season these up with a little bit of salt. Beautiful. And some black pepper. Put that in. And some pepper on this side as well.
That's a lot of pepper, Geoff.
It's fucking amazing, and it's going to go in broth later anyway. So I've had a few requests over the past couple of videos to show how I set it up and why I set it up in a certain way and what have you. So for a standard low and slow cook, we've got the charcoal in here. Pretty much all of this is from last night's pizza cook actually. And so I don't really need any more for a low and slow cook, and one fire starter in the bottom here. And basically we'll light that up, and what happens is the fire starter creates a fire and lights the coals here, which light the coals here, which light the coals here, and so on and so forth. While the Kamado Joe is heating, we leave the bottom vent wide open like that, which draws the air in, and I'll leave the top vent like that, which draws the air out, and basically the air goes over the coals and stokes the fire essentially. Today we're shooting for somewhere around 130 degrees Celsius or 275 Fahrenheit. So basically I'll leave the vents set up for that until it gets to about 50 degrees Fahrenheit before 275. And then what I will do is generally shut this vent down very, very tiny to about there so that it's drawing less air in over the coals. And the top vent will be closed like that and probably down to the first notch. So it really controls the airflow that comes in and over the coals and stops it from getting too hot, and that's really essentially how we control the temperature for those who are kind of new to Kamado cooking. Alright, so we're just going to drop a lump of pecan wood in here. My lovely son.
No, that's not happening. That's not happening.
Alex is going to drop a lump of pecan in here. Go away you go, dude.
That's not going in the video.
Okay, it's not going in the video, just chuck it in there. Could you be a bit more gentle?
It's not going in the video.
What a turkey. All right, so we got that in there. We'll get these heat deflectors in. That's the way. And the grill grates. And we're nearly ready to put our cheeks on. Okay. Are you filming?
Yes, Geoff, I'm filming.
Yeah, fine. Okay, we're ready to get these cheeks on. Let's do that. Ooh, we've got some solid pecan rolling. So what we want to do is just get these guys in here. Lovely.
No, sorry. Hagrid.
What? Oh, the cat's trying to escape the laundry. So what I'm going to do is we want to have these in smoke for about 2 hours. I'm going to monitor the temperature with my Inkbird alarm, and so what we want to do is get this guy and just pop that, oh smoking my eyes, pop that in there like that, and when that reaches, turn this on in the back, and I'll set the alarm on my phone, and when that reaches 73 degrees Celsius we will come out and we're going to set these guys in a braising liquor, which is going to be epic. Until then, they can have a little
liquid.
Braising liquor. Braising liquid. I think I just got liquor on the brain.
Probably not liquor.
I got liquor on the brain, let's be honest. But until then, these guys can go to sleep, so bye-bye. Okay, so for our beef cheek braise, we want to caramelize up some onions, so heat on. A little olive oil in. Some cracked black pepper. Some garlic powder, some smoked paprika, some cumin, add a little mix in. Oh, that smells good. Touch more oil. You just want the heat on kind of a medium. You don't want to brown the living bejesus out of them. Just get them nicely translucent, I should say. Alright, so they've softened quite a lot. What we want to do now is hit them with some beef broth, and kind of deglaze that pan. And you can see that already starts to make a nice rich sauce. I'm using 1 whole litre of beef broth, and basically we're going to transfer this to a more Kamado friendly pan. Okay, we've just hit 73, and the Kamado's holding steady at around about 130 for level 6 or something. Doing its job, basically. We're going to get these guys off. Look at that! They are awesome. Take the probe out. So, these are well and truly cooked through the middle, but we need to bring them up very gently to about 95 degrees Celsius, 96, somewhere around 205 Fahrenheit, so that they basically pull apart and essentially melt in your mouth. So what we do is take these guys out of here and nestle them in there like that. Look at the, come closer. Look at the bark that's formed on the outside, that crustiness. And then when you get a mixture of that and that pull apart melty texture, oh, so good.
Will you lose that in the broth though?
No. Alrighty. Just roll those around on that a little bit. And what we're going to do is we'll cook these through until they fall apart tender, and then we'll reduce that. And we're going to reduce that sauce a little bit and mix it back in with the beef cheeks, which is going to be epic. A little bit of herb from the garden, because why not? I picked some oregano and tender thyme tips. Extra flavour can't hurt, right? Bung everything in, beautiful. Would have been nice if I got a decent sized piece of foil. I think it'll be alright. Alright, so I'm going to put these in. We're going to come back and check on them in about an hour and just see how they're doing. Put that in. Okay, so let's make the slaw. So for the slaw, I'm going to put a few standard ingredients in, and I'm going to put in a few curveballs that you might initially think, Geoff, you've lost your marbles, but trust me, they're pretty good.
They're not curveballs for our family, are they?
I know. Some white cabbage. I'm using, I probably should say, I'm using a mandolin on a thin blade here. Much easier to make slaw perfectly on this thing. You could use a food processor or a knife, obviously, but I think this is pretty easy. So just like that. Some red cabbage. Next I have some fennel, which gives it a really nice note, really nice aniseed note to the slaw. Brussels sprouts, raw Brussels sprouts in any salad really, I think are outstanding, along with shaved broccoli, shaved cauliflower. Really beautiful, fresh, kind of crunchy salad comes from using those, so don't be scared. And again, just grab it by the core and we just shave that in like that. And you can see what you end up getting is this really fine Brussels, which is great. Just shave it down to that much. And with a box grater, 1 carrot. Don't need to peel it. Okay, so that looks like that. Beautiful, fresh, crunchy salad. With a salad for this purpose, I like to keep it pretty simple, so just dress it in some really basic vinegar and that's it. We're making a pretty meaty kind of unctuous broth to braise the beef cheeks in shortly. That's going to have a lot of spice in it. The beef cheeks are really rich, so we don't really want to over spice the salad with a whole bunch of stuff. Like normally I would make a vinaigrette, some Dijon mustard, some mayo, put a bit of paprika in there, blah, 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 and make a really spiced up, gorgeous salad. For this one, you need to keep it really simple so that we can still, I guess, taste the beef and that shines through and we get a nice balance of everything when we're shoving the taco into our face. Amount of white wine vinegar, dress that up, and that's it. Pop it in the fridge and it's ready when we are. It's been 2 hours now, so we're going to check and see how we're doing. Smells good.
Smells amazing.
I just want to dig in. Well, it is pulling apart. I reckon it could probably do with another 10-15 minutes. So what we'll do, just give these guys a little rotate. I reckon another 10-15 minutes. They are pulling apart-ish, but I would like them a bit more. So we'll just pop that back on, and we'll crack on with the crispy onions, and then we'll get these guys out. Okay, so we're going to make some crispy onions to go on top of our tacos. We need to get those sliced up and soak them in some buttermilk. So let's crack on with that. Lovely. All right, just chop this guy up. Buttermilk, and basically all we need to do, got the onions in a bowl here, and we just need to pull this over and let those soak for a little bit. And basically what we'll do is dredge those in some seasoned flour and deep fry them, and they're going to be outstanding. I've got some hot oil here, vegetable oil, some seasoned flour, seasoned with salt, paprika, garlic powder. I'll put it in the description below. Okay, so we've got our onions soaking in buttermilk, and what we want to do is just dredge those in the flour. Like that, can you see? Is that getting that? There we go. And it's a bit of a fiddly process, but the outcome's worth it. And we just want to drop those into the oil. Oops. And we'll just cook these in batches. And it doesn't take very long at all. Couple of minutes. So see how they're floating at the top, like well and truly floating at the top. That's how you know they're done. And they've got some nice colour on there now. So we'll just, I've got a bowl. I've got a bowl over here with some paper towel, and we'll just drop those in. And basically just do those in batches until they're all done. All right, we are done. We're going to get these guys off. We'll get them inside and let them rest for a little bit, and then we'll pull them apart. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so what we want to do here is get these cheeks out of here and reduce the sauce down. so that when we pull them apart, we can put them back through the sauce. Here is just to open these up. Oh, they are so soft, look at that. They're about to fall apart in my tongs. Oh, look, did you see that? They're literally falling apart already. Okay, so you can see here, that's really what I'm looking for. You can see that's really thickened up now. Okay, I'm excited. I think these have turned out really good, and I'm really looking forward to tearing into this. Make sure you get this really close because I think this is going to be awesome. So I've reduced this sauce down. You can see it's nice and thick and luscious. And if I get the fork in here, and this is the money shot that you've got to get, and I pull these apart, oh, look at that.
They look amazing.
Look at that.
Super tender, yum.
And if they just pull apart, they just shred.
Yeah.
Outstanding. There's no give left in that at all. And so that's the thing, just be patient and cook until they are done. They are done when they are done.
Oh, there's no cutting it any shorter. It would ruin the experience.
So what we do is we just need to...
That was nice that you didn't answer me or sort of approve my comment just then.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Well, I made a contribution and you didn't say anything.
What did you say? I'm sorry. What did you say?
You were too busy thinking about what you're going to say next,
Don't. Well,
Geoff
I'm
the chef.
fucking videoing. I mean, don't mess up Taco Tuesday. Just shred these apart before I build them. Just. Oh wow.
Good.
My God.
Yeah.
Smoky. Just. Holy shit, that's good. Fuck, let's pull these things. Alright, cool. Alright, a little bit of chipotle. I want to have a couple with mustard, just for a
Shits and giggles.
bit of Dijon, the star of the show. Just pile that up.
Easy, that's heaps.
Alright, a bit of salata. Oh. Crispy onions. Oh yes!
Oh my God.
Epic. Alright, so how do you fold? When I put too much on with great difficulty, but you come in from the back and then fold, basically. I put too much because I get greedy, but we'll work it out. Alright. Cheers, I guess. This is well and truly worth 4.5 hours work. Absolutely epic. These are delicious. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. As usual, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends. Please share it anywhere you want to share it. What else do I want to say? Blah, 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 blah. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. What's going on? What's wrong?
Nothing, I'm just getting distracted.
Do you want to come and say hello?
No.
Oh. Yazzo still doesn't want to say hello, so sorry to her fans. I think she's going to be the faceless person forever. Thanks, guys.